Okay. Welcome to On the Orient Express, Call of Cthulhu. This is episode 14, and let's see here. We're waiting on a couple of players, but that's okay because Thomas still has to do his update and everything. Also, for those watching now and later, next week we're not going to play Call of Cthulhu, but we're still going to get together and broadcast live. What we're going to do is continue a video game that we played, Lovecraftian video game that we played a while back. It's called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. And if you go to my YouTube webpage, then scroll down and you'll see it. You can watch the first couple of hours if you want to review. You don't have to. We'll kind of say what's happened up to that point. But if you want to watch us play the previous session, you can do that. So anyway, let's see here. We're waiting on James. David's having trouble too. Jesus.
Yeah.
And Leah. Okay. Well, Thomas, why don't you do your run through? And right. I think everything's been copacetic for the last week and a half here with my internet connection. But Patrick or somebody message me on Facebook if it happens to go down, and I'll rush back in here.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay, so Alexi would like to say, well, since everybody had to go on a bathroom break, right at the most exciting part of the story, I'll recap. Because we left out right at the most exciting spot. All right. In the wake of shadows and the things that go bump in the night, the train arrived in Stuttgart with the rising of the sun. The investigators noticed Bentley Burnham departing the train. Their assumption was that he had completed some mission or some part of a mission that involved the fez-wearing man. At breakfast in the dining car, the investigators mingled with some of the other passengers. Alexi sat, actually not Alexi, oh, I wrote that wrong. Luther sat with a couple who were members of the Russian aristocracy, Rudolf and Irini Rajmosky, and Rudolf's cousin Pyotr Trubosky. There seemed to be some tension between them, obviously something between Irini and Pyotr. Rudolf had a servant bodyguard standing nearby named Igorov with a bear tattoo on his arm. The man with the fez sat across from a woman in tears whose husband was apparently suffering from some affliction back in his cabin. The man in the fez turned out to be Menkath, who claimed to be some sort of spiritual guru. It was noticed that he wore a blood-red fez that did not seem to affect him. When Frederick and Garfield tried to ascertain why the lady was crying, Menkath became boisterous and acted offended. This further upset the woman, and she left. Lolly and Garfield decided to follow, but the woman closed herself in her room and was not interested in talking. The investigators regrouped, and Frederick told them that he had seen another man in a fez. The fezes were identical to the Whispering Fez. Frederick attempted to knock the fez off of the stranger, but spectacularly failed, landing face down in a bowl of hot soup. At lunch, a Scottish woman, Arlene McGregor, asked the investigators how they felt about the political situation in Armenia. She was a reporter for the Women's Herald. The investigators gave her a few opinions, which she wrote down. She then expressed concern over the crying woman, Mrs. Myers. It was decided that the ladies would attempt to speak to her. It became obvious that the minions of Menkath were watching. Once inside Mrs. Myers' room, Lady Lethbridge Stewart saw Mr. Myers, unconscious, in bed, wearing another blood-red fez. Alarmed, she summoned the others who came to the room. Frederick immediately cast a spell to arrest the progress of the fez. Lady Lethbridge Stewart discovered the book, The Whispering Fez, under the pillow of Mr. Myers. An attempt was made by Lolly to cut the fez off, but it repaired itself as fast as she could cut it. Luther explained the situation to Mrs. Myers and promised that they would do their best to rescue her husband from his fate. Garfield stood guard with the Myers, while Luther concealed the book in the bottom of the dressing trunk. Frederick took the fez to his room.
Norm, James.
Hey,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hey,
What can we get you, Norm?
Just keep them coming.
shall I
That's
continue?
all I need.
Yes, our Cheers reference is over.
Okay. In Vienna, Baron von Hofer said goodbye to his daughter and boarded the train. Once on board, the investigators sequestered the Baron and showed him the artifacts and the information they had collected. He seemed very interested and seemed to know a great deal more than they did. When the Baron examined Mr. Myers, he seemed puzzled and wanted to better understand how the fez worked. He suggested an experiment which no one wanted to participate in. The Baron then wanted to go through all the information in seclusion. Frederick stayed with him to keep him safe while the others left. The investigators noticed a strange-looking Japanese woman who boarded the train in Vienna. She seemed to be overly interested in the Baron. Frederick guarded the Baron in his room as he studied the artifacts. When Frederick's back was turned, the Baron attempted to place the fez on Frederick's head. And that's where we left off.
That indeed.
So now that everybody is back from the bathroom break, let us continue the story.
Yeah, so let's get down to it, shall we?
Yep.
Alright. It's the moment that you've all been waiting for. So, we'll start off right where we left off. Corey, or Frederick, you are fighting with Baron von Hofer. He has basically his left hand, left arm around your neck, and he kind of has the fez in his other hand, like so.
Okay. Well, I was thinking I'm actually going to knee him in the junk to see what he would do.
Now, hold on. So basically, again, this is kind of right after, so he kind of snuck up on you, and he's like, we must try putting this fez. We must learn of its powers.
No, I am not going to learn of this power.
Yes, hold on, my Austrian accent. You're a funny guy, Frederick. Yes, you're a funny guy, Frederick. Remember I told you I'd kill you last? I lied. Anyways, Arnold reference aside, yeah, so what are you doing exactly then?
I'm basically gonna try and kick him. He got me from behind, right?
Yes, he's behind. He's behind you. He's got basically his left arm around your neck, and he's got the fez in his other hand.
Okay, I'm going to try and let's see here. Well, I'm gonna try and turn around and try and punch him. Or elbow him.
Elbow him, okay. Give me a strength roll times 4.
Times 4. I do not make it.
Ooh, dear. Well, let me see then. Let me roll here.
Looks like you're going to be getting a lovely new attire.
Yeah,
I hope you like red.
I know.
Hold on a sec.
I hope you wash your hair first.
Give me a sec
Not gonna get to
here.
wash again for a while.
Interesting. Very interesting. He actually fails. So basically, he doesn't put the fez on you because when you're trying to kind of elbow him, you kind of when you elbowed him or tried to elbow him when he was trying to put on the fez. So you kind of managed to stop him or prevent him from properly putting it on. Now, here's what. So interesting, very interesting. So give me a sec here. Yeah. So next round. So basically, it's your turn again. So basically, same situation.
Now I have more time. I am going to try and kick his knee out, back his knee out to see what happens.
God damn it, man! What do you think this is, Krav Maga? It's the 1890s. You box like a gentleman.
Screw
Yeah.
that.
And you can't really kick the knee from the position you're in. You maybe the foot or knee or shins,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'm
That's a
gonna
good one.
try and
Stomp his foot.
stomp on his foot. That's better.
all right, give me a strength roll.
Strength roll?
Yeah. Or kick if you'd like.
Is it? I was gonna say it's more of an accuracy thing.
Well, if it's kick, I make it.
All right. So yeah, you stomp on his foot, and he let goes, and basically you're able to free yourself, and the fez drops on the floor, and yeah, the band goes, "Ugh, you fool!"
Okay, then now I am going to try and yell.
Hold on, it's his action now.
Oh, it's action. Okay.
You already did your action. Oh Christ! All right, so yes, so the Baron kind of attempts to go after the Fez, and kind of like toward the book, but stumbles a bit and kind of ends up tripping, onto the table, like not dramatically, but like on the table.
Worst villain ever.
The rest is all a matter of
But no bowl of soup on the table.
Yeah.
that would have made it price.
A few more points
Okay.
and would have stumbled to the point of stumbling right onto the fez.
That would have been awesome. He trips, falls, his face goes into the fez, it warps into it, but it's covering his face, so you can't see anything.
What
That
is
was freaking cool.
This is an alien, right? It's not like it's a
This
face
thing
hugger
writes
and a
itself.
yeah, and a
Yeah,
miniature, and later a miniature Fez pops out of his chest.
Oh, I wasn't
There-
saying it was going to impregnate him. I'm just saying it was going to...
Pops out of his mouth.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
then, you know what I'm going to do? I could do two things. One, I'm probably going to do the safe thing. I'm just going to try and pick up the Fez and try and get out of the room.
All right, give me running out.
Too.
Hold
I
on.
get the book.
The Fez is on the floor, kind of in between you two, and the book is between the guy. So if you're getting the book, give me a dex roll.
No, the Fez, not the book.
Yeah, sorry, the Fez. I'm sorry, I misspoke. So yeah, so Fez dex.
Dex times what?
Give me a 6, since the guy got doubled in. You got some time.
Okay, I do make it.
Yeah. So you rush, you grab the Fez, off there, swiftly grab it. You run out, you open the door and you run out. And the Baron goes, it's like grumples. He says something like, "Fools, you do not know the power." And yeah, so you run.
I'm gonna try and find one of our.
Yeah, where is everyone? That's a good question. Where is everyone currently at the time?
We're still in the bar parlor. We were just looking at the Japanese woman.
Yes. So
Okay, I'm gonna run to the parlor.
hold on. So, sorry, Thomas, you said something?
I said, surely we would hear all this commotion. We're expecting somebody to try something.
Yeah, but you're in a different cart, and plus it's like, you're further away from like the living quarters.
All right.
You wouldn't exactly hear. Like if a gunshot went off, you'd probably hear it all across. But if there was a fight going on, it'd be kind of like cart to cart. Anyways, so you're sitting there, you're talking about the Japanese woman having tea and whatnot, and Frederick rushes in, holding the Fez in his hands.
Guys, Baron tried, come with me. I gotta show you something,
Really?
or tell him something. I'm not gonna say it in front of everybody in the parlor room.
Guys,
There's
I
no
got
problem.
it.
How
What
are you
did you
holding a
find?
fez without getting sick?
The
The adrenaline.
The adrenaline.
Okay, did something happen? Did something happen?
He tried to put on my head.
All right, we got to go. We got to go find out what happened.
It's preposterous.
So we all
Calm
get
down.
up. Well, it's not preposterous, but good God, let's go find out what's going on.
All right. So as you got, so basically you got. Shit. So anyways, you guys, rush, your way past everyone through the parlor, and you start heading to where the fight broke out. And I have to say, you can see the train pull over into Budapest. What is it? Belgrade, a smaller town before Budapest, and it rolls in. And as you guys get to the compartment, it is empty, and the whispering fence is gone.
Darn.
Search everywhere. You go this way, I'll go this way. I'm sorry. I didn't say that properly. I'll go this direction, you go that direction.
Jolly good. Come, Lolly. Oh, yes, my lady.
Yes. So you guys go directions, and then you notice the Baron's not on the train. But when you look out, you see him run out of the station into the town, and he's holding the book in his hands.
Oh, dear. Should we
better go
pursue
after
him? Oh, damn.
Yes, I'm going to pursue him.
Yeah, but we'll join you in that.
I'm a
Yeah.
scrubbing man. I'm in the prime of my life. I'm going to run like hell.
Proper English terms. Jolly good, I will run like hell, as it is a gentleman's duty to run like
We'll
hell.
give him what for?
Capital.
You will punch out his candy ass.
All right.
Yes.
I don't
Right.
know that we would say that, but tally
I'm
ho.
pretty sure. Yes. Okay. So is everyone running, or a few of you are staying on the train?
I'm not quite sure where I am. Was I still on guard when I left?
Yeah, you were. You would have been on guard with Lady Myers.
Yes. Yes. So you on guard.
So I have no idea anything's happening. I'm still on guard.
All right. All right.
I'm going to stay and find Henri and explain things to him. Explain what's been happening.
Of course.
Although, did we tell Henri about the fez?
No, you didn't.
Okay, then I'm going to explain to Henri that that the guy attacked one of our members and he's run away.
Well, okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can do that. Frederick, what are you doing?
I could follow them.
He needs
All
to
right.
stow the fez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, Captain Ben, what about you?
Trying to remember where exactly Captain Ben's supposed to be at the moment.
Probably in the parlor with everyone else.
Yeah, most of us were in the parlor.
Okay. I probably would. I think Captain Ben would go check to see this gentleman in his trailer cart or whatever, and try and get him brought to justice, so to speak. Whatever takes the heat off Captain Ben is always good.
Yeah, but he's not in the car. He's running into the town.
Well, that's where I'm going to go then. I'm going
All right.
to chase this guy.
Yeah.
Kennedy!
Yes. So here's what happened. So, Lady Lethbridge Stewart goes talk to Henry. Frederick, you try to, stash the fez. And then basically, for those of you on chase, you see the Baron, go to a carriage and, say, "Oh, quickly, go!" And then basically the carriage rushes off.
So the carriage was waiting for him?
No, he just stopped the random carriage.
Oh.
Okay, is there any
can do that?
any carriage readily available that we can make chase with?
Of course. In fact, there are a few
Then
dismounted
let's do
horses.
so.
Yes. So,
Captain Ben cannot ride a horse. However,
Yeah.
he will certainly partake in one in carriage chase.
Yes. So you manage to, I assume, grease a few. You go to one of the cab drivers and toss a shitload of money in his face. And say, "Here."
I got a shitload of money, so.
Yes. You
No,
toss
A
it.
shite
let's-
load of money.
Let's get this straight. You have a gentleman who's dressed like a pirate, carrying a sword and a pistol, yelling at you, "Follow that carriage!" You kind of probably will do so, if anything, to make sure you don't get stabbed or shot.
Well,
Maybe pay
I
him
probably
later
got to
for
a
his
carriage
trouble.
first.
Yes. I will say, James, that yes, you are a privateer and such, but you're not dressed like in a typical. You're a pirate. You're dressed more like a navy. You got the turtleneck, you got your coat, you got the captain hat, maybe. So you're looking a bit more, not necessarily the way you think you are, actually.
Have you seen my avatar?
Yeah, but people didn't really dress that way anymore.
Arr.
You know what it does for a living, right? Like I have a crew, I have my own ship.
Yeah, no,
It's the
I understand.
1800s.
1890s. This is kind of like almost world. This is kind of the dawn of the century, James. Clothing has changed significantly.
Pirates still were pirates.
Yes, I'm not saying you're not a pirate. I'm just saying you're looking a little bit more modern.
I think he's trying to say he'd still look intimidating enough where it wouldn't matter.
All right. So basically,
sword, weird hat.
All right. Yeah. So the driver agrees. Flynn takes probably takes one of the spare horses, and you guys rush after. And soon the chase extends outward as you guys race on, chasing neck and neck until you reach the outside of the town, slowly racing through the basic countryside of the Hungarian countryside.
Awesome. Are we any chance of actually catching up with this guy, or is it pretty much like neck and neck?
You guys you're slightly behind, and then eventually you manage to get some speed, but he rushes forward, so it's kind of like, yes, you're catching up, but you're not quite there yet.
Okay. Well, nothing we can do until we get there.
All right, give me a sec here. I'll do a few rolls.
If we can get to the side, our carriage get to the side of that carriage, I can lean out and I can tell the driver of the other carriage to stop the carriage, or I'll shoot him.
Of course. That's always works. Shooting the guy.
Well,
I say, old chap, would you kindly pull the carriage over, or I'll be forced to perhaps harm you.
I say, are you aware that you are carrying a blackguard in your carriage?
I'll shoot
over.
his horse.
Yes, of course.
Dead horses don't run.
Yes, so you're rushing. Yes, so basically, yes. So you're rushing across the Hungarian frontier, and let's see what happens, shall we? Boop. Okay. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Can all of you who are on the carriage give me spots hidden?
I apologize. I need someone to cover my.
I got you.
Please. Thank you, Kennedy.
You got a 72. You may not be thinking.
Awesome.
Am I? I'm not on the carriage. Am I?
No. You're hiding the fez.
Okay.
I did not pass.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Isn't that an 03?
Oh, wait a second. I spectacularly.
I say that's
sorry,
an 03. What do you mean you didn't pass? What's your spot? Did you go blind?
I thought it said 83.
How do you fail with an 03?
I thought it was 83. I am so
He
sorry.
is completely blind. He has no eyes.
All right.
So I not only spotted something hidden, but I jumped out the carriage, grabbed it, and pulled it back in.
He may have seen through its skin at this point.
Yeah.
Baron had the book in his hand, and he held it out the window and says, "You'll never get this," and I just took it right out of the
Doink. Hello, Homer Simpson.
Yes. No, not exactly. So, Mr. Luther, as you're, in the mad chase, you look behind you, you hear, what you think is another carriage, and you look around you, and you do see another carriage kind of joining in on the chase. Except you also notice, peeking out from the window, is the Japanese woman.
And the theme music goes dun 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 dun. No.
No, that's Chinese.
Okay.
Racist.
So
You're not even right.
so
We are currently racing as fast as we can. All right.
Yes. Anyways, here. So you see that. Anyways, moving on. The Baron's carriage, slowly loses speed, and you're able to kind of get closer to it. Now, Flint is on a single horseback, manages to race up, side by side by the carriage,
Okay.
and basically kind of jumps on, and is kind of hanging on. And now you guys are kind of nearing the carriage almost side by side.
Okay. Well, if he jumps onto the carriage, is he gonna stop the guy? Tell the guy to stop the carriage, or take the reins out of his hand?
Probably something like that.
Okay. Well, as if that's what happens, when the carriage slows down, we'll slow down too. And I've got my gun out. I'm going to jump out and get the book back.
Yeah. Again, the Baron's inside the carriage.
Right. He's going to have to come out. Set the friggin' carriage on fire.
Yes. So give me is there what roll would be applicable? I would say, is jump a roll? Yeah, I think jump is. Yeah, well, hold on. This isn't really jumping. This is like climbing to another carriage.
But it's still
no, we're gonna
a jump, though, right?
We're gonna wait until the carriage stops, and then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're waiting for him to stop. Okay, I thought you meant you said slow down. So I'm like, okay, he's just gonna slow down. When the carriage slows down, they'll slow down a bit to keep up with the carriage. To be able to
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait until he stops the carriage.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens here?
We can get our carriage in front of their carriage.
Oh yeah. So basically, Flint, in spectacular fashion, climbs to the carriage driver, pulls out his handgun, and says, "Pull over there, mate." And the driver's like, kind of yells something in Hungarian, and then says, "Russian, you sure I don't yeah." Russian, yeah! And then basically pulls over. Now, for those of you at home, that was Polish, not Hungarian, but hey, close enough, right?
Yeah, in this game, yeah, considering where everything is.
Hey, I make with what I got.
All right.
So wait, Flint jumped onto the other cart?
Yes.
And asked the guy to pull over?
Oh, he kind of pulled his gun.
What kind of roll did he have to make?
Well, he was already on a horse, so.
Yeah, I kind of gave him. Well, he already made a roll.
Like a dex.
Yeah, he already made
dexterity or something.
Yeah, no, he made a dex roll already and passed that. He was already on the carriage, so he was just climbing.
That's why I was curious.
No, yeah, like I said, I thought of a dex, and yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the carriage slowly pulls over, and yeah, you guys stopped, and then you hear like the Baron saying "Bulls, bulls," and then probably some shaking in the carriage, which can.
Okay. Well, I've got my gun out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the captain opens the carriage with sword drawn.
Yes. Interesting. As you guys, so you open the carriage. You see, the Baron, with the book in his hands. It's like, you do not know the power. I need this to stop the cultists. You will damn us all. And he's kind of gone off rails. You can really tell that, the Baron has kind of lost it a bit. And as you're dragging him out, which he which is really easy to do. He doesn't like he fights back, but he's like he's mostly just yelling and raving and just holding onto the book. The other carriage kind of rolls in and stops as well.
All right.
And basically, it's a Japanese woman kind of exits the carriage.
Okay, I turn my gun to her and I say, "Hold it right there. Hold it right there, madam."
Okay. She puts up her hands, and what's shocking is she doesn't have a Japanese accent. She has an Austrian accent.
And what is she saying that she has this accent that we can hear without her speaking?
Yes, no. She says, "Please, do not shoot. He is my father." And she kind of reaches for her hair and pulls off a black short wig, releasing a bunch of golden locks.
With keys in them all over the... No, okay.
But you recognize...
Okay, well, that makes sense. I put the gun down because I realize it's her.
Yeah, so basically... Or, shit, I gotta stop saying that. So, those of you at the scene, you recognize this as the Baron's daughter, who was giving her farewells and even pleading for her father not to go on the train.
How did she get on the train?
To disguise herself.
She looking
Well, I
Japanese.
get that, but we left her... I thought we left her on the dock, or on the train station.
She must have got in now.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, we got to get the book back.
She nods and says, my father, I'm just gonna stick with English. I can't do a female Austrian accent. My father, he's not well. I asked him not to come on this adventure of yours. He's been almost becoming obsessed with whatever this is.
Well, he enlisted our trust, and now he has stolen our property. We want to know what's going on. He attempted to, for all intents and purposes, kill Frederick.
I understand, and I was worried that something like this might happen. That's why I wanted to follow him, to make sure that, you see, I was going to take him back home to Vienna. I have arranged for a doctor to come and help him, perhaps even make him get better from whatever this ailment is. And sadly, it seems that was too late. He was already acting before I could stop him.
Well, he's obviously gone crazy. We need the book back.
Yes, of course. Just please, do not hurt my father. Just let me take him back home, and he will not trouble you again.
So is he restrained? Have we restrained him?
I'm guessing Flint and Captain Ben are holding him arm by arm.
Okay. Who's got the book?
Captain Ben really wants to stab him.
I'll go take the book.
Yes. So you take the book, and the daughter actually produces out a syringe, and she says, I have some morphine to knock him out.
I'll make him real happy.
Yeah, so the Baron goes, you fools! California.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Yes.
Does anyone who's there with us? It's Flint, myself,
Luthor.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, actually.
Kim, I need your character here. I want to find out if this is actually morphine.
Sorry.
It's his daughter. I'm sure it's morphine. She thinks he's crazy, and he is.
But why is she dressed like a Japanese lady?
Because she didn't want him to know that she was following him.
David's character would have got with you, too. Does he have any...
This is conspiracy through and through. I say we stab him. Be done with it. Never have to deal with him again.
Well, we need to get back to the train.
Oh. All right, then.
Alright, so, yes, so the daughter thanks you, and she takes her father onto the carriage, and he's knocked out at this point. And no doubt, the driver, the few of the drivers are confused as hell as what the hell happened here because they don't probably speak any English whatsoever.
Great.
But looking at the time, you realize that the train's gonna be leaving soon. So in a mad dash, you guys get together on the carriage and you say, "Go, man, go!" And you race off back into the train station and barely make it onto the train.
Sorry to retcon just a bit. We found that book, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Carry on.
Yes.
Yes,
So
we're going to put it on our carry-on.
Yes, that is. So. Yeah.
I'm going to reconceal the book back in my dressing box, my trunk.
Of course. All good. All good in the hood.
Now, this is does the fez that I have, does it look like the same one that we had in our possession before?
Yeah. You literally had the eye in your fez from the entire time. There was no switch, So yeah, it's the same fez. All that you've been holding on to.
Well, this sucks. Now we're going to have to pay for this all ourselves. I'll pay for it, I suppose.
Well, technically, the Baron bought tickets, so you don't have to buy first stop. Tickets are two ways.
And I didn't get a chance to send our telegram. We need to tell Smith and Demir, what's going on and our situation with the Baron. I guess we'll have to wait until the next. You said Budapest?
Yep.
All right, we'll have to wait.
Budapest. Okay, so yes. So, do you mind if I fast forward then?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna secure these things.
Yeah, very good. So you ride. After the thrilling chase, you guys relax, take a breather, and then you arrive in Budapest at 11 p.m. 11 o'clock p.m. So right before lunch, and yeah, the train rolls over, and let me see here.
11
Cal,
p.m.?
Yes.
That's almost midnight.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. 11 a.m.
Okay.
Ah.
Will there be I call for Henry.
Yeah, Henry is here. How may help, monsieur?
Henry. Will we be staying here long enough that I can go and make a telegram?
Oui, of course, monsieur. By all means, you will have time. You will, of course, have time to send the telegram. If you would like, we could send it for you.
Well, that would be fine. But how long will we be staying at this stop?
2 hours at most, monsieur.
All right, I'll go ahead and do the telegram myself.
Oui, monsieur. I hope we have done everything to your liking. If there is anything else you need, feel free to call.
Right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let me see here. Yeah, so you send off the telegram, beep, 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 beep. And, yes, and you no doubt return, and you ride on. So, one moment here, I'm just looking at my notes here, making sure I got everything. So yes, so what happened? So basically, you ride on, and yeah, eventually gets dark, and it's time to turn in for the night.
All right, Frederick has the fez. I have the book.
Yeah.
I can finally try to sleep.
Yes. trying to sleep.
Good luck, Frederick. You're going to have whispers all night long.
Yeah, what? It's better than having a fez on my head.
Mm-hmm. So you all turn in for the night. You know, you get in your PJs, you get yourselves comfortable, and give me spot hidden. The whole lot of you.
Time for more shadows? Let's find out.
As James.
Oh no, I'm.
How did I do?
Apparently, I made mine.
I did pretty well.
Captain can't see shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yes, so you guys notice, yes, what appears to be shadows moving, like from in the hallways, from your closed doors. Like you can see, like the shadows moving, very glimpses of them move, back and forth.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
No, not this again. Lolly, go see to it.
I've got my guns out. I don't know what they'll do against shadows.
Who cares? To make you feel better.
I turn up the light in my room.
Of course.
Yeah, I do the same too.
All right,
Lolly grabs up her tea kettle and rushes out into the hall.
Yes.
Is Kennedy still on guard, or is he back in the room with the captain?
That's a good question. Are you on guard?
Unless somebody told me to leave, I'm still on guard.
She's probably asleep in a chair in there.
Fair point.
I'll also rise and go out into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
See if everybody else sees the shadows.
Yes, so you all enter into the hallway. As by request, Henry has allowed the lights to be on in the hallways very dimly, very dimly. But again, you have some sort of illumination or night lights, and the hall is barren. You don't see anyone in the hallway. Just the flickering of shadows from the lights.
Do they seem to be moving?
You don't know.
Lolly sneaks to the next cabin to go wake up the captain. There's nothing out there, my lady. I'm going to go wake the captain. Very well, dear.
All right. Captain Ben?
It wasn't me. I swear to God, it was me. Huh? What? Oh, Lolly. What's up? What's wrong?
Shadows again.
Shadows again.
There's these dumb shadows again.
Captain goes and grabs his gun and his saber. Let's go poke some shadows. Catches up with the group.
I go and knock on Frederick's door.
Frederick's already out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
Frederick, how long has it been since we cast the spell to slow down the fez on our friend Mr. Myers?
Wasn't it? Yeah. Last night? Or...
That sounds about accurate. Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Do we need to do it again?
The spell only lasts per day, so if you want to keep it declining, you have to do it per day.
That's why I'm asking. Was it 24 hours?
Not yet. I would say you guys probably could cast the spell again by morning, and it will still be continuous.
Okay, just so I know, do I have all my magic points back, or am I still at the...
You haven't slept yet, so you haven't gained a magic point. It takes you one magic point per day.
Okay.
So, if you manage to get through this night, you'll get one back. But since you haven't slept yet, so...
Well, I could try casting it tonight.
Perfect.
Yeah, that could work.
Of course. So you want? Yeah, it's pretty late, but you can still do it probably if you'd like.
All right. Well, I have a feeling this might have something to do with Myers, so I'm going to go tap on the door where.
No, you won't have to.
Garfield is.
Kennedy's already looking out.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So Flint kind of follows you, behind, watching her back. You walk in, and Kennedy, you see, Luther and Flint, coming together.
You say in the shadows again too, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to say the spell.
Yes. So you have to actually. So you'll probably have to walk into the room and touch the fez. So.
All right.
Yes. So Miss Myers will I would say just let you in. Says yes, of course, please. And then you cast a spell, and then you think it works again, and you can see him still breathing easy, but unconscious still.
And I forget how many points does it take?
5 or 6. Thank you. 5.
So I lose 5 magic points. All right.
Of course. So, yeah. So that works, and you guys look around, and the shadow. You don't see the shadows moving, but you can get. You have that odd feeling of paranoia. So, Luther and Flint, as you guys walk back, you actually bump into Igorov, the Russian servant, and he's you bump him like ugh, and he looks down at you with a scowling face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you have a reason for wandering the halls late at night?
You should be asking me the same.
Just a bit disturbed, Igorov.
Da. And he kind of as you guys are trying to pass, he kind of puts a hand on, I think, and says, "It is unwise to be careful of the night. Things tend to happen." I kind of let you go, and he walks off.
Russians.
Children of the night. Such music they make.
Yeah. I like this Russian fellow.
Yeah.
He's a very good guy.
Yes. You can tell that this is the Russian way of saying you're my best friend and I don't want anything to happen to you. I mean
He's a nice guy.
Yes, when Russians say I don't want you to die or if something's going to happen, that usually means you're their best friend.
Aww.
Proven of fact.
We love to suffer.
So, as I conked out there, is the shadow still about moving kind of thing? Are we able to find what was moving? Or
Nope.
well, cheers.
So, morning rolls up. I assume some of you take, shifts, patrolling. Kennedy, I'm assuming you switch out with someone to get some night shut-eye. And you run it pretty efficiently, so you all guys get a pretty good night's sleep. Frederick, you get a magic point back. Luther, you as well, since you also had a night of rest, so that kind of counts as well. So,
Okay.
so yes.
My sanity's almost back.
Yes. Interesting. So, so it is morning time. Breakfast is served. You're all sitting at the table, eating or drinking, and most of the passengers are there, except Mankoff and his friend. You can't seem to see them.
Yeah, where did that letter go?
Mm-hmm. And Kim, the Russian Countess actually or sorry to say, that one of the Russian Countess handmaiden actually comes up to you.
Yes.
If you, my mistress would formally like to request for you to have breakfast with her.
Very well. Tell her I accept.
Of course, madame. If you would follow me.
All right.
And
Carry on, Lolly.
yes. So the female, the countess is like female handmaiden. Escorts you to a separate table where it's the Russian countess sitting by herself with her tea, and you're sitting across from you seated across from her, and her handmaiden is more or less standing on the side. Her husband and Pyotr are up on another table to the side as well. Pyotr's saying something foolish, and the count is laughing. Ha ha ha! Pyotr, you funny cousin. You're a funny cousin. Anyways, he says, thank you for joining me.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Very lovely day.
Did you sleep well?
Not as well as I'd like, I'm afraid.
Oh, neither did we. So many disturbances.
Yes, I'm afraid it wasn't disturbances that kept me from having a good night, however.
Oh dear, what was it?
I am in a situation.
What sort of?
Tell me, have you ever been married?
Oh, I am married, dear.
And is it a good marriage?
Well, Edwin keeps to himself, and I to myself. It works quite well for us.
Yes. My marriage is not as if that type. I do not love my husband.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Yes, many women of our station have to put up with such things.
Yes. And I'm afraid I've been going with his cousin Pyotr behind his back.
Oh dear.
Now it occurs to me that if I wish for any semblance of normality and peace to come from this, I believe it is time for me to leave my husband.
Well, you should always reconsider. It's never wise for a lady of your status or mine to just leave the husbands. Surely an arrangement can be made.
I'm afraid I do not know. Pyotr has grown boring. I no longer find interest in even him. I feel it would be just best to leave them both.
Well, whatever's best for you, dear. Oh, I love this tea.
It's green tea.
Yes. Yes, you say it out loud, like as a side comment,
and I will turn to my friend and go, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, yes. And it becomes a commercial. It's like, I don't always drink crane tea, but when I do.
It's on the Orient Express.
Yes. The most interesting man in the world. What the hell are you doing here? Anyways, yes. So she says, I do not suppose you'd be willing to talk on my behalf to my husband or even to Pyotr. Perhaps
No, my
maybe
dear,
help me with her.
That's not for me to do. That's something that you must do on your own.
Of course. Thank you for helping me or discussing this with me. I felt that such a lady of class as yourself would have been a good person to share this with. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's just such a personal thing. I mean, we only just met. I'm probably a go-between between you and a husband.
Yes, but I knew your associate, Mr. Luther Crane. And as such, I've noticed, and you seem a well enough lady of class as any on this train.
Well, I know better than anyone the benefits of a marriage. And so should you. I do beg you, dear, reconsider.
Of course.
I mean,
Thank
where
you.
would you go? Where would you go? What would you do?
I do not know. And so, yeah, so the conversation kind of goes on like this a bit. You try to, I guess, try to make her change her mind. And, she thanks you, and you're able to leave. And, so.
All right. Back to my own
Yes.
group.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for keeping my seat warm, Lolly.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, if there's anything, hold on a sec. So, here's the thing. This is your last day on this train. You'll be arriving in Constantinople early in the morning. So, I would advise you guys to plan accordingly, do what you want or do what you have to, and yeah, keep in mind, last day.
Well, it seems to me that we'd be glad to leave all this shadow crap behind.
What if we had Henry telegraph ahead to Constantinople and inform the authorities that this Metcalf fellow was on the train and that he was a suspect in at least 3 murders? If they would simply arrest him.
Can we do that from the train?
From the train, no. If you were in Budapest, you could still probably do it. But now the train is going all the way to Constantinople, and there won't be any stops until you reach there. So you can't send a telegram at the moment.
All right.
Can we say that somebody thought of that while we were still at Budapest?
I will say no.
Dang.
Okay.
And we haven't seen Metcalf on the train for a while, huh?
That is correct.
For all we know, he got off.
Should we do a search for him?
I don't know. He's with dangerous people. And he hasn't bothered us. Maybe he doesn't even know how we're involved. I don't know.
Well, he does seem to be the only person who can wear the fez without being affected.
No, we've seen another couple of people with the fez on that haven't been affected.
Okay, yeah. Well, is it the fez or just a fez?
That's what I was going to say. It could be just followers of the fez. I mean, technically, it could just be the one fez that messes everybody up.
It could be, I suppose. That was what we sent. That is what we sent Frederick to ascertain, and he ended up with soup on his face.
Damn it!
Damn it, Frederick!
Is Frederick stuck? Oh, there he is.
There, I'm back. I don't know what happened there.
It's all good.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It was weird. It was like frozen for a few minutes there.
we need to. I suppose we just need to make sure that we still have everything and that Myers is still alive. I don't know what we're going to do. We got to get him to Demir as soon as we get off the train.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to... I want to at least inform Henry of everything that's going on. What we suspect as far as Metcalf goes.
We could easily do that.
And see if there's any way he can get the authorities before people start disembarking the train.
Okay, well, let's find Henry then.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to try to find Henry.
You sure you don't want to discuss this more? I could eat more popcorn.
Eat another job, Patrick.
Yeah. Hostile work environment. All right. Henry.
Hey,
So,
OSHA isn't here, buddy. Right.
Henry is here. How may he help, Monsieur Madame?
Well, rather than explaining it all over again, we tell him what we suspect, at least as far as Metcalf, that he's a murderer, that we're not quite sure whether we've been trailing him or he's been trailing us, but we want to know is there any possible way to get a hold of the authorities before the train disembarks in Constantinople so that they can arrest him.
Interesting. Very interesting. I believe your story. I've actually taken Mr. Metcalf before, all the way to France from Constantinople. He was a vile and very rude. So there's truth what you're saying. As for calling authorities, as declaring the authorities, do you have any evidence that could perhaps detain him, as if any reason to detain him? If I were to do such a thing, I would need proper reasoning and authority and proper evidence to say that he was doing this.
Should we show him Mr. Myers?
Well, yes, Mr. Myers is extremely ill. He is, Mr. Metcalf has put upon his head one of the fezzes that has been poisoned. It has sealed itself onto his head, and it has made him extremely ill. We have been able to slow the poison from acting, but we're not sure how much longer we can. The first victim also had the fez on his head and was killed in 4 days.
Sacre bleu. Do you have proof of this? Do you have a proof that he put this fez on his head?
Yes, Mrs.
Somebody
Myers.
tried to put a fez on my head, but luckily I survived and I got away from him.
Yes, Mrs. Myers knows that the fez was put on her husband's head by Metcalf.
Yes. Metagame here. Miss Myers actually never saw Metcalf putting it on his head, and she even saw her husband put it on his head himself.
Is that something we already had known?
I thought I explained this already. That he had discovered this. Metcalf didn't give this to him, or puts it on him himself. This was the husband found this thing, put it on his head in front of his wife, and that's how she and then when he became unconscious and ill, she got scared, and there we are.
Given to him by Metcalf?
She didn't see him Metcalf giving it to him, or she didn't even see Metcalf put it on him. Like she saw her husband put it on himself, and she saw her husband find the thing, but she didn't see Metcalf be part of any of it.
Okay.
Well, we don't have the evidence with us. Evidence exists back in London, where this whole thing started.
The man has his own fez.
We don't want them to get away.
Is there any formal charges pressed against him in London?
Not yet.
Then I cannot call the authorities to hold him without reason or right. If there were charges pressed against him officially already in London, then the authorities' duty would be to hold him and return him to London for him to be formally tried.
The man has an identical fez. If it's also sealed itself to him, there's your proof.
Henry kind of looks very saddened because he really wants to help, but he says, but a fez cannot simply relate him to a crime. Many fezes are red.
If it's the same kind of fez, yes, it can.
Why did we let the authorities decide?
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea.
Mm. He kind of looks and says, it, he's kind of, he really wants to. You can really see him wanting to do this, but at the same time, as a conductor, it's his right to, make sure that that if something like this happens, it's done for good reason, not just because, you suspect him or, circumstantial evidence.
Do you know where Mr. Metcalf is on the train?
One of the compartments.
Let's find him and take his fez off.
Yeah.
If it's an ordinary fez, then we'll leave him be.
I do not believe in that this would be harassment of the passengers. I do not believe it's simply forcing ourselves in to offer to make him take off his fez. It would be just invading his personal space, and that is something I'm afraid I may not even be allowed to do. If I were, I may even lose my job.
You would rather let a murderer go free?
No, madame. I am simply trying to abide to the rules of the train as well as to your wishes.
Hang the rules. This man has murdered 3 people.
And they're all witnesses. Well, there are sort of witnesses back in London that Metcalf moved into that room with the guy and the other people, the tenants and the landlord.
He's caused 3 deaths. Do you want more on your train? If people found out there was a murder on your train and you did nothing?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Very well, madame. But you may. I believe you, but if you wish to be invited into his room, you must ask him himself. I can only lead you to where he is located, and nothing more. I am sorry, madame, but my hands are tied in this situation.
Well, let's
All
go
right.
then. Let's be off.
Of course. So he leads you to the room, and it's like, here is the room, monsieur.
How do we want to do this? Yeah, we're all armed, aren't we?
Yeah. I am.
Are we all together?
I'm
guess.
assuming so.
Are we?
Is Kennedy still...
Kennedy still got his butt in that chair, so somebody tells him different.
Well, you probably switched out with someone in the middle of the night to take a shift, so...
I probably went back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. So you hear, it's like, what is it? What is it?
May we come in?
Who is this?
I am Lady Amelia Lethbridge Stewart. And my companions.
Why do you disturb Metcalf? Metcalf is busy.
Mr. Metcalf, we have reason to believe that you are the perpetrator of a number of crimes.
Ridiculous.
Please
Do not bother Metcalf. Do not bother Metcalf. Metcalf is busy.
We just have a few questions for you.
Metcalf is not interested in your questions. Metcalf is learning the secrets of the universe. How dare you disturb Metcalf for such a petty, pointless questions? I have bigger questions to ask of the cosmos, the universe, and everything else.
And Mr. Metcalf, you can answer some questions for us. Share some of your wisdom with us.
Metcalf is busy. I say good day, madam.
You can speak with us, or you can
I
speak
say
with
good
the
day.
authorities.
I say good day.
Yeah, Fez.
I just want to go up to him and I just want to slap that fez off his head.
That looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does.
That's what I want to do. I want to walk up to him and I want to.
He's in his room.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
He hasn't opened the door.
So the door is still closed. Like he closed the door on us now.
He never opened it.
He never opened it. Yeah.
Oh. Can we jimmy it open?
Bust in there, Captain.
Well, not in front of Henry.
Henry, would you open the door for us?
I'm afraid I cannot, monsieur. If he does not want to be disturbed, I cannot, without proper reason to.
Did you hear that? Screams coming from inside the door! Knock it down! Kick it open, gentlemen.
Well, he has to come out of that door before when we get to
Well, we can always get out the window.
Constantinople.
You know, he goes, Madame, monsieur, I do not want to trouble you, and I wish to help you. But if you cause forceful entry, I will have to detain you. I am sorry.
We understand, Henry. You've done everything to help us. We no longer need your assistance.
Kennedy!
Of course.
Where's my goddamn first mate?
Well, Henry is the conductor. He's the chief conductor, and he has to make sure the train is orderly, kept the rules, and make sure all desires are met.
How long?
How
long before we get to Constantinople?
Let me see. It will take you if it's breakfast, and I would say it's about noon now. So it will take you 10:43 a.m. in the morning next day. So you kind of noon until morning.
Perfect. Is there any chance that some of you guys could possibly escort Henry away so we can break down the door and get the fez off that guy's head?
There's a possibility.
Lolly will fake a fainting spell.
Too much excitement for that girl.
I know, she's very delicate, my dear Lolly.
Okay. I don't have her stats, so Kim, give me a persuade roll.
Okay.
Since she's your maid, so only fair.
Okay.
Damn Armenians.
And I made it.
Alright.
Yes.
So Kim, Lolly fades. Oh, so
Oh,
much.
damn it, lady!
Yeah. Yes, and then he says, Madame, and basically, then she's like, are you alright?
It's too much for my dear Lolly. Come, let us just take her to the room.
Oh, oui, of course,
Come,
Madame. Come, Madame. I think, he kind of takes her off and, slowly escorts her, to the room.
Okay.
Go, gentlemen.
Is the door locked?
Yes, it is.
I will try a locksmith roll to try to open up. Try and
Go ahead.
The door open, and let's see what happens here. 1 second. I fail horribly.
Oh no.
Yeah. Give me...
How horribly.
I rolled a 95.
Oh, Christ. Give me,
There's another bowl of soup.
Hold on. I need let me see if anyone heard you do that. Or seen you. Oh, God, Lord, they heard you. So, yeah, so basically one of the help, kind of other conductors and assistants of the train, or bellboys of the train, and walks up and says, Monsieur, what are you doing?
Did we lose the captain?
Huh?
Did we lose the captain?
No, I'm here.
Yes, but he came back.
Oh, okay.
I'm phased out for 30 seconds. What exactly happened?
Our friend Frederick has failed his
Another bowl of soup.
Yeah.
So a bowl of soup fun trying to
Actually, slightly worse than the bowl of soup.
Frederick made an awful lot of noise, and everybody's coming running.
All right.
He made 95%.
Perfect.
And I rolled a 23, so yeah. So, hold on, let me see how much of the help hears you.
Okay. While he's trying to figure that out, which one of you thinks they can kick the door open?
Oh, no, wait. Oh,
No, you figure your number out.
I already did.
These gentlemen. Very simple question. Which one of you think they can kick the door down?
I'm not much of a
If that's a
kick-out.
no, then the captain will try while you guys hold them at bay.
Who's got good strength? Really good strength.
The one in the other room.
I know. The captain will attempt to kick the door down while screaming Kennedy's name.
I guess Kennedy's gonna roll a listen check just to see if he hears this nonsense.
Of course.
All right.
You got a lot of rolling to do, Kennedy.
Yes.
All right, roll first for your kick. I'm gonna guess you failed that miserably.
Oh, good lord, yeah.
Damn it, Kennedy, get over here.
And does Kennedy hear you? Nope. Kennedy didn't hear you either.
You ain't helping out at all, Kennedy.
All right.
You're so getting a negative raise.
You didn't know if you gave me a pay cut or not. I'm the one with the
Holy shit, James.
True enough.
So here's what happens. So these two guys are like, Monsieur, you cannot do this. This is against the rules of the train. And then they're spouting off regulation. And then
It's also against the law to kill
can
somebody.
I say this? I said, well, I forgot something in the room. He kicked us out. I wanted to get my stuff back. And
well, hold on a sec, Kenny. Sorry, Frederick. Because basically, as they're doing that, Captain Ben says Kennedy, and hits the door, and immediately, basically, what happens is, 5 more guys hear this.
Perfect.
And you basically, and the 2 guys rush past you and immediately take you hold and says, Monsieur, and basically in a spot up, and they're spouting stuff in French saying, you cannot do this.
Well, first off, they can't be trying to grab me, because I got my saber out while I'm trying to kick the door.
They're grabbing me.
No,
grabbing you?
No.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to try and grab someone when
I
you've got a
don't know
sword
these
out
people.
trying to kick a door down.
Yeah.
Read the chat.
Yeah.
Read the chat.
And if you're carrying you were carrying a saber out in public, like
Well,
without
isn't it scabbard?
scabbard, whatever, saber, scabbard, whatever. You were rolling out
Military
in public.
do it all the time.
I will postpone that line of thinking because that will be too much work to handle. Anyways, and so the guy, you're rolling the saber, and the guy, Monsieur, if you connect this action, you will be under arrest when we reach the next station. Or we
What
will
about the
report
guy killing people? What are you going to do about that?
Monsieur, if you have a complaint or some cause or accusation, you must take it up with the conductor to make sure your accusation is brought up.
Right. Perfect. The Kennedy waves his sword to try and get them to move back, and then he kicks the door again.
I think that we've all forgotten that the doors slide to the side. They don't move in and out.
Perfect.
How do they lock
This
them?
way.
Yeah.
How do they lock?
You.
Then the wall.
Okay.
Yes.
Same team, Thomas.
So you can still kick the door in.
Yes, and Kennedy didn't hear that, so he's not aware what's happening.
Kennedy's napping. He's just like.
He's playing solitaire.
He's out cold.
Yes.
Or flirting, one of the two.
Okay, I'm going to assume that in a few minutes these guys are going to be dragged away. I'm going to sort of distance myself from this so that I can come back and keep trying after they get pulled away.
Okay.
By all means.
All right.
Yeah. So there's 7 guys. Captain Ben. Yeah.
Captain Ben is basically screaming. He's got his first mate in there. Get my Kennedy out of there! Kennedy!
Yes.
That would have worked while you were trying to kick the door down, maybe. Not while you're trying to.
Yes, Kennedy.
Right.
Yeah, Kennedy. So you're walking around, playing cards. 6, 7, and then you hear you see Captain Ben being dragged off by a bunch of guys saying,
He looks out the door.
That's not how the captain would sound. Let me reiterate that for you.
By all means.
Get your damn hands off my penis! You do not have the right to touch me there, sir!
Jesus.
What kind of establishment is this place? And will you let a murderer run free while a man trying to solve the case
Kennedy
gets
rubs his
arrested?
temple for a while and then opens the door. Oi! Cotton, you been in the room again?
Kennedy, god damn it, man, where were you?
Doing me job, sir.
Explain to these people what's going on.
That
The
requires
best
me knowing
bluff
what's going
roll
on,
you
sir.
ever got, Kennedy. Better be seeing
And
a
he's gonna
zero
try to
in
roll a
that
fast
number.
talk.
I better be seeing a 0 in that number.
He passes it.
Passed his bluff?
Yeah, he passes fast talk. He's like, look, my
Yay.
captain's been having some night terrors. He probably got in the room. He's just sick. I need to get him to the room to get him calmed down.
Hold on,
Promise
you
I won't miss again.
were rolling a bluff?
I was rolling
fast
fast talk.
You didn't tell me that. I didn't.
Yeah,
All I heard. You guys said that you want to do it, but you never said I'm rolling. Whatever. Honestly, I don't think they'll fly at this point. They saw this guy kicking down a door twice. So
Trying to get to the first mate.
yeah.
And she
Yeah, I'm explaining he's been having night terrors, and he probably did think I was in that room. He's just sick. He needs to lay down.
And he passed his fast talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hold on. Let me see how well they buy it. Yeah, they buy it. All right.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Kennedy's talked his way out of many a bar fight. He's used to this.
Yes. So, okay, so basically they give you a stern warning that if you so much as try and do something like this again, you're going to be blacklisted from the train and probably put on to the authorities.
Kennedy does his best. I'm sorry.
Oh, and also they take away your saber, or your sword, and your pistol.
Fair enough.
They just take his, right?
Yeah, no, just
All right.
his.
I'm sure he's got more where they came from.
All right, so they're no longer in the hallway where Metcalf's room is, right?
Yeah, but they probably are, are forming, trying to make sure all the passengers who are in the hallway, return to their room so they can sort out the mess with the passenger, and just basically make sure that some sense of order is held, and, so basically it's like, this is a situation we're handling, please leave the premises, return to your, room or to the parlor, we will be handling this.
So I can't do anything.
Well, you guys did cause a bit of a ruckus.
Well, I didn't. I was backed away.
Point.
I started the ruckus.
Yeah, if they took you, I'm sorry. I only had one go at this. At which point Kennedy gets the captain to the room and is like, what the bloody hell happened?
Well, you could probably put it like this. The captain was so convinced that Kennedy was in there that he convinced Frederick, who took the first move.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, what she said. Basically, the captain tries to explain to them that we were trying to get in there to grab the fez. The door was locked. We couldn't get in there. Captain, being impatient, tried to kick the door down. Don't be giving me no lip, Kennedy. You know it had to be done.
We just could have waited until he left the room and then gone in. Just a thought.
So just to clarify, there's no way I can get back to that room right now, huh?
Not this moment.
No, but you said we have basically a day, right? So.
This is our last day on the train. We have about half a day at this point, I think.
Yep.
Are they going to serve any other meals?
Probably lunch.
Can Leah's character pretend to be one of the servers on the train bringing food to him?
No, all of the servers are male.
Damn.
Hope!
If she's still recovering from her fainting spell.
He knows me. I was an asshole to him. He's not letting me in.
Who else can use?
Well, it's David's character.
That's what I was just thinking. I forget what he's called, though.
I forgot too. Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay, Nathan.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Nathan's pretty much the only one of us that hasn't made a ruckus. I mean, I could probably get near the room again if I hadn't saved your ass.
Yes. Well, we could always.
I am always grateful, Kennedy.
Uh-huh. It'll be sure to give himself a bonus at your expense.
Well, at this point, I think we should, I guess, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can always come back to this later.
Well, there's not going to be much later.
Or at nighttime, I was thinking, but.
Yeah.
If only. So, I'm going to take a bathroom break. Be right back, okay?
All right.
Yeah, this is, because you guys all make me sick, so now I have to go to the bathroom to, cure that sickness.
We've done our job.
Stop, man. I've been completely out of this game for most of it. That shit. I've been playing solitaire with the woman.
Folks.
Watching her husband.
Folks, Walter takes a bow. Thank you very, very much.
It's like, I like this captain guy.
Well, it's a shame I couldn't do anything after that was all over with, but
Yeah.
I was gonna knock on the guy's door and say, "I'm sorry, sir. It's Henry. I'm sorry for all the disturbance. Is there anything I can do for you?" And the second that he opened the door, I'd have that gun right there in his face.
Or out of character, you could have pretended you were interested in his cult.
No. He knows we're his enemies.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
He's conceited. He'd have given in to the power. Oh, you're interested in my power? Of course I'll boast to you. You would have done that for me.
We need to figure out a way to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, we do. Did we lose James again? Oh, no, this is the right one, isn't it?
What's that?
No, we lost your alter ego.
Oh.
What I miss?
Nothing. Nothing.
Never you mind.
Yeah.
The secret.
Uh-huh. Alright, so, you last left off. Yeah, so you guys are going to let me fast forward tonight?
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. Again, last call on anything else you guys want to do or prepare or whatever. Last night.
Apparently, we can't be knocking down doors to try and get fezzes off people's heads, so I guess I'm going to go back to bed.
What about that reporter lady? Is she still on the train?
Oh yeah, she's going all the way to Constantinople. She's doing her piece on the Armenian question. So yeah.
Can we involve her in this? Maybe get her to go to him and maybe ask him to interview him about his cult. Maybe that might get him to open the door.
That's a really good idea there.
Give me a persuade.
Okay.
And this has to be a very good persuade because you're. Yeah.
The thing
I am
is,
very good at persuasion.
All right.
Mine in spades.
Of course. So she's like, well, I think that's a fine idea. After all, it's always good to talk to all people interested, as the reporters say. So yeah, so she goes, and then she comes back and says, well, he ain't interested in talking much, I'm afraid.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said he was busy with dealing with some vagabonds who tried to knock down his door. How uncivilized.
Oh dear.
Oh, you're cute.
What has society come to?
Dogs and cats living together. Mass panic.
Yes, hysteria. Yeah. Oh, I see a doggy tail.
That's my dog.
Oh.
Hey, wait.
Okay, wait a second. That whole last situation, I thought the idea was to try to get into his room.
Yeah.
So you sent her, but you didn't. Nobody went with her.
Okay, that's a good point. Somebody should have gone with her. Darn it.
Yeah.
We didn't really want to know what his opinions of the Armenian question were. All right.
Anyway, so
Well, you know,
moving
you
on.
roll a persuade roll to see if she would even do it, but then you jumped right to her coming back and saying that he didn't do anything.
Well, you didn't say you want to go with her. You didn't say anything like that. So you said persuade her to talk to.
Have we made any arrangements to meet Dr. Demir?
Mm-hmm.
So what are our arrangements? He's going to meet us at the train station?
You're going to his home.
How do we know where his home is?
You're going to his. You were given an address and everything. You were debriefed by Professor Smith.
All right.
Anyways, moving on. So nighttime arrives. Who has the fez and who has the book?
I have a fez. So
I have the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my gun.
Yes. So, is everyone going to sleep? Everyone staying awake? What's going on?
I'm gonna be staying awake here.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a logistical question.
Go ahead.
When the train disembarks, when the train stops in Constantinople, do people get out of the train in between each car? Just whichever one's closest where you're standing?
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
So I can make sure that I'm getting off the train with the book far away from where Mengaf is.
Yeah,
All right.
Of course.
All right.
Okay, so this is gonna be an interesting night. Captain Men, give me a spot hidden.
Kennedy.
Miss Lefford Stewart, you awake? You sleeping? What you doing?
You got no way, Captain.
Apparently my spot. I'm better asleep than I am awake.
Holy crap, Captain. Yeah. Alright, I'll stay awake.
Alright. What was Captain Men's role? Oh wait. Oh okay. So, Kennedy, I assume you're in his room as well. So I'm assuming
Kennedy's knocked out.
Yeah.
Kennedy
Alright.
ain't slept in 2 days. He's sleeping.
So, Captain Men, you're sort of sitting in your chair, and then you're looking out the window, and then you look around and you see the shadows moving again. This time, you can actually see them. It's almost as if they're bleeding through the door.
Captain
I'm sorry, who are you talking to?
Captain Men.
To the captain.
All right.
Captain doesn't have his gun or his saber. Do I see Kennedy's gun anywhere?
Kennedy, how would you normally carry your gun?
Where would you have put it, Kennedy?
It's probably on him, like, in his pants.
Crap. Okay.
You can always kick him awake now.
It's true.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm posting a picture on the message board, so keep talking.
Trying to think of the best way I can try and wake up Kennedy without, like, blatantly just yelling, Kennedy! I don't have my poking stick.
Surely that wasn't your only one.
Kennedy's so happy you don't have your focus stick, sir.
Fuck it. Captain Ben rolls over to try and shake Kennedy awake.
All right. Kennedy, you're immediately awoken by Captain Ben shaking you.
What?
Get your pistol ready, Kennedy. It looks like we have company again.
The prostitutes aren't coming for another 10 minutes. He rolls over again.
Kennedy takes Captain Ben takes Kennedy's gun, lets him go back to sleep. And I go hunting for this damn shadow.
Yeah, so I posted a picture of what it is. So basically, you see the shadow slowly becomes physical and form into this this creature, and it's on the Facebook page, which I will now go to. I'll screen share it for your convenience, all of you, or you can look at it on Facebook at your own convenience. Do whichever pleases you.
Do what pleases you.
Yeah.
Only Cat wants him to
definitely
do
wants
that.
Hold on. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Screen share is being a bitch. Ah, there it is. Share. Yeah, see it?
Yep,
Yeah, I've seen it.
that's what I see in the room.
It forms up into your room, yeah?
I try and shoot the damn thing.
Yeah, hold on. Give me some sand checks there, pal.
Of course.
No, that's right. I'm rolling for you.
Sadly.
13.
13. Guess I passed my sand.
You spit in its face.
I've seen worse on the sea.
Hmm.
You probably have to.
I've slept with worse, god damn it.
On the sea.
Man gets a little lonely on the ocean.
The reason why manatees were considered mermaids, okay? Since I passed my sand, I put a pistol in its face and fire.
Give me a roll for that.
I know, I don't have my character in front of me.
I emailed you the stats, James.
I don't have a computer, sir. There's a reason why I'm doing this with my iPhone.
You got to 21.
That sounds like a really good shot.
Yeah, so give me a D10.
Awesome. This is the time when I roll a 1, isn't it?
You got a 4.
Fair enough. 4 to the face.
So here's what happens, James. You shoot it, the bullet goes in, and it kind of warps as it goes in. The monster looks not affected by it, and you can see the bullet kind of go in, and then slowly through the other way out, exit, and boop, it pops out, and the wound and the whatever exit wound it made reforms itself.
That's a fine trick. I wish I had my saber.
What the hell? What is that? No! Oh my God! That is Jamie's reaction to this.
And now, hold on. As that's going on,
We would have heard the gun go off.
yeah,
wouldn't we?
yeah. Hold on. This is kind of happening at the same time, but a bit earlier before the gunshot.
All right.
Kim, give me a roll.
Okay.
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden? Nope.
All right. Give me one for Lolly then.
Okay. I don't know what hers is, though.
Let's roll low.
Well, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's not a pass.
Probably, yeah.
Oh dear. Well, let's see.
dear.
Okay, so Kim, while you're awake, somehow Lolly's managed to fall asleep, and you were tired, that you didn't notice a guy enter your room.
The guy enters my room.
Yes. And he's wearing he's not a cop, but he's wearing he's one of his goonies. He's a tall, wiry guy wearing the blood red fez, and he's got a knife. And he kind of like tried to walk toward you with like knife up to stab you, and then basically he probably stepped on something or bumped into the desk, and you heard it.
Well, actually,
Apparently
he
the
probably tripped
lock
over
doesn't-
Lolly. Yeah, he probably tripped over Lolly, who was kind of camped out in front of the door.
Yeah, that's fine.
Poor
You
Lolly.
get that lock fixed on your door.
He sounds like Lolly's
the
gonna have the
record.
guy accidentally fall on her and stab her.
Poor Lolly.
For
I'll
the
give him a
record, I
drinking
am in
partner.
contact with Leah, and she volunteers Lolly to throw herself in front of me. If
But actually, Lolly would throw herself in front of you anyway.
yeah, she would. She would. She totally would.
Yeah. So Kim, what do you do?
I'm sorry, what was that?
There's a guy in your room with a knife.
What the devil is this? And I'll grab up my rifle and aim it right at his face. What do you want?
For you to die!
And I'm gonna fire point blank at him as he comes at me.
Oh yeah. So give me a roll for that. This is all.
Do I even need to make a roll? It's like gonna be point blank.
This
right
is gonna be messy.
Because you can't fail.
You're getting a bonus, but you still need. But if your gun jams or something, that's you know.
Oh shit!
Did
Off
it?
by 10. No, I didn't make it by 10. Damn it.
But your bonuses is you're
Actually-
shooting like closer. So you made it.
Okay.
Because of close range. Anyway, so give me 2d6s.
2d6s. 4. I freaking. Oh.
Really?
So I'll say it was like a deep grave, you know. You pointed your rifle at it and you kind of pushed it, but it shot through it, but then kind of exit out into making kind of a deep grave wound on the side.
Okay, now do I get to do one for Lolly and her tea kettle?
Hold on. So now everyone hears the gunshots together. So you hear one gunshot. I will assume that your gunshot came first from the rifle, and then basically the gunshot from Captain Benton and Kennedy's room came after.
Okay, just so I know, what room is closer to,
Kennedy, probably Captain Kennedy and the Captain Ben's room is closest.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see here, I'm gonna hear what happened now,
Wait, I assume that, Patrick, you're going to go back and do the same thing for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
I mean, there's only so many
So you're
things to
in
go
it.
around, because they got a shadow and I got a dude.
Well, you're awake. You and Flint are awake, and you're able. You can move around. You have a. You can say your declaration of action.
Oh, well, the second we hear the gunshots, we jump up and go investigate.
Yeah, I know, but who you got? Kennedy, or you got Miss Lefford Stewart and her company?
Well, we couldn't. Could we tell which direction the gun came from?
Oh yeah, you can. Both of them went off kind of in a distance to each other, but you can hear one came from Captain Ben, the other came from Lefford Stewart.
Who's closest?
Probably to you guys, Lefford Stewart.
All right, that's where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna
Like
Captain Ben, and you are going to Lethbridge Stewart?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's Flint doing?
He's following your lead.
All right.
So, back to Captain Ben and friends.
Captain Ben would like to make a quick look for something to hit the creature with. Failing that, we'll try and tackle it.
Okay, you do notice things like a lot bigger than you. Like, a lot.
Cornered room.
That's your roll, and you got an 11 for whatever.
Either
you're
out the
trying to
window or through him, so... I kind of boot the chair to wake up Kennedy and.
Oh, Kennedy's
have at it.
awake. You shot a gun in the room.
Yeah,
He's not
no.
awake anymore. He just hadn't had a chance to react because this was all happening at the same time. The 11's for whatever you were trying to do, and I need to roll a sand check, don't I?
Oh yeah. To
Yeah,
awaken.
Kennedy failed that.
D8.
Oh, you better hope Kennedy does not lose his shit. Oh, Kennedy loses his shit. He just lost 8.
I think that is a temporary insanity.
Oh, that's definitely a temporary. I only had 31 to begin with.
No.
I don't think
Let me
it's
look.
temporary anymore.
You
You're
have
just gone.
Yeah, I'm done.
sleep
I
deprived.
have a permanent probably.
No, 10 is permanent.
deprived.
10 is permanent.
Is it 10? I thought it was like
It's a
percentage.
percent.
It's 10%.
Yeah.
Well, permanent is when it gets down to 0.
No, that's just you're gone. You can't play that character anymore when you get to 0.
Unless he goes
How
to
much-
extreme raid, but what?
Okay, never mind.
Alright, give me a D10.
6.
6. Okay, so according to this, you that's 4 combat rounds. That's how apparently you roll. You're stupor. You assume a fetal position, oblivious to events, or cantatonia. Can stand by no will or interest. May be led or forced to similar actions, but takes no independent action.
Kennedy is balled up in like the corner of his bed, trying to press himself through the wall. That's what he's doing right now. And murmuring,
I have a weird feeling like you can see him trying to cover the sheets up, like like in those old horror movies,
Yeah.
where he has like the sheets pulled up to his face. And he's just like, ah!
Yeah, he's not even looking anymore. He's just staring into the wall, rocking.
The captain will make it go away. He always makes it go away.
He's gibbering at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your tackle. That went well. Give
Well, it
me
did pass.
Yeah. So you run up and you try to tackle the monster, and as you grab it, you go immediately through it,
Well, shit.
and you end up hitting the wall. So give me a con check to see if you take any damage from that.
You got a 52.
For sake of convenience, I would say you managed to get away with that. There's no
Okay,
damage.
So like my hands cover my face not getting smashed against the wall.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was your action. That was Kennedy's action. That
Does
it.
the monster do anything?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm getting there. Yeah. Okay. So monster will take a stab at one of you two.
Okay.
Let me see here. Evens will be Captain Ben. Odd will be Kennedy. Even is Captain Ben.
Okay.
Let's see how well he does. Oh yeah, he passes. So basically, he swipes at you.
Yep.
With his claws, and that does D4 damage. 2. So he kind of swipes at your shirt, and you have a scratch going down.
The captain looks at it and goes, I've had worse from horse. Let's do this, you ugly bastard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, Frederick, your action.
Well, I open up the door and see what
I apologize for this, but due to Captain Ben's night terrors, Kennedy would have locked the door to make sure the captain wouldn't have left.
Oh,
I do apologize, but if you're
He's
playing
not
to
in
the
his position to
characters,
unlock that door either.
wow.
Kennedy does not want to deal with chasing after the captain. That door is locked.
Kennedy doesn't want to deal with anything right now. He's a pretty boy.
Okay, then I'm like, what the heck is going on in there?
Mhm.
Eh, I will try to pick that lock.
All right. Give me a roll for that.
I pass.
Yeah. So quickly, you quickly jimmy the lock. It opens. You hear a click, and you open the door.
And then I see what's gonna happen in there.
All right. So you open the door. Give me
And
a
you know
sense
what?
check.
Okay. Let's see if I. And I pass that too.
All right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh. And I'm gonna try and search for the light
Yeah.
light switch.
Yeah. You can find it.
Alright, flip it on.
You turn on the gas lights, or inside the apartment or room. It turned on. It's bright. You can see everything. Monster's still there.
Monster's still there. Okay.
Use a spell.
Um,
Whose turn is it now?
hold on. It's Kim, your turn.
How about my turn?
Oh yeah, sorry, Thomas, you didn't have your turn. So yeah, you go. You and Flint. I'll combine your action.
Okay, I've got my gun out and I throw open Lady Lethbridge's door.
All right. And you see the guy standing. You see him get shot. He's bleeding, but surprisingly, he's not affected much by it. It doesn't seem like he's really cared. He doesn't really care that he's been shot.
Is Lolly gonna get a turn too?
Yes, she will.
Well, he's obviously not supposed to be here and he's attacking, so I'm just going to point my gun right at his head and fire.
Give me a roll. Give me a roll for that, and I will roll for Flint.
What do I roll? Handgun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Handgun. Where are you? All right. It's 55%. Let's see what I get. Nope. I missed.
Yeah. Flint failed his as well. So you both take aim. You fire, but you miss.
The train lurched. Knocked you out
Guys
a
are
little bit.
shooting at shadows.
All right. Leopard
Oh, I'm
Stewart,
still
then
surprised.
Leopard Stewart and Lolly.
Well, Lolly never got her first turn.
She was just unconscious.
Well, no, she would have
I
woken up
tripped her.
when. Yeah.
Oh,
She would have
right.
woken up when the guy got in the room.
I'm
It's
sorry.
over her.
Tea kettle
And
to
when
the
her
kneecap.
lady was yelling and firing her gun. And
I'm pretty sure him tripping over would have been enough.
Yeah.
Tea kettle to the kneecap.
All right. So first you, and then Lolly again.
okay. Reload.
All right.
46. I made it.
Give me 2d6.
Come on, 12. Ooh, much better. 11.
Hold on a sec. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. This is very interesting. You don't know how interesting this is. I mean, the interesting factor of this is really interesting.
Stop.
So now my room is covered with blood and brains. Of course it's interesting.
All right.
No
So.
brains yet.
So you shoot a guy in the chest, and he stumbles back, and yet, this is kind of like something that should have killed him, but he's still standing.
I'm still standing. Yeah.
Shot through the heart.
To flame.
All right, whose turn?
All right.
Back to Captain Ben and Kennedy. Captain Ben, you
Damn
go
it.
It's
first.
not real. It's not real. It's
I want
not
to make a.
real. It's
I want
not
to make a
real.
look for something.
Wait a
to
second.
swing with.
How about our other characters? Our other players?
Well, Nate Big, he's out cold. He apparently can't hear nothing.
Yeah, where's David's character during all this?
Probably with Frederick.
He's out cold.
Yeah.
Can't see shit. What other character is there, Thomas?
That's what I was thinking of as David's character.
Okay.
But doesn't he get a chance to do something?
Sure.
Okay. Well.
Since he's not here, he's going to run in there and try to tackle the thing.
Yeah, he's Yeah, he's just gonna run in and he's gonna try to tackle that thing.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, you didn't see him fail. Of course he would.
So yeah. Hold on. Mike's.
I don't. What is David's character? Is he a parapsychologist?
Yeah.
Then maybe he would use a spell if he has one.
He doesn't.
Oh.
The only spell we have is that hat spell.
Kennedy, give me a roll. Give me an intelligence roll.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't do that. An int roll or a no roll, or idea rather.
Int times 5.
Int times 5. Okay. Nope.
All right. You're still stubbing it out. Captain Men, what you're doing?
well, I want to look to see if there's anything I can grab, like a chair, some kind of tray, something to try and smack this thing with.
Yeah, you can. There's probably a tray or something.
Sure, I'd go for that and try and smack it in the face.
All right. Give me a roll here.
I don't know, what does the book say about tray smacking? What kind of roll would that be?
I think that's That's a totally different skill. I think it's its own section, specifically made for such purposes.
Excellent.
You got a 41, so I don't know what it does.
41.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You get a d6 damage.
You got
How
4.
am I doing for D6? 4.
right.
Nice.
So you
Captain's
take
doing some damage.
So you take it and you kind of slice through. You hit. So you kind of try to hit the tray like by the end, like a kind of like a knife almost, and it kind of loops in. It goes in the shadow easily, and it comes out, and the shadow is unaffected by it.
Well, it seemed to be hurting it though.
You know, why are we even rolling damage rolls if this thing is not going to be affected by anything?
To give you a false sense of security.
Fair enough. Well, let's see what the monster does to Captain.
Yeah, it will attack. D2, same system as always. 5. That is Kennedy.
No, he's pressing himself like into the wall, so there's nothing he's doing against this.
He passes. 3. So, kind of as you're going on the floor, he kind of does the same thing he did to Captain Ben. He scratches at you, and he kind of hits you across the arm, going down your chest, a little bit deeper.
Is there a lantern in the room?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Let's burn this motherfucker.
Well, I'll probably do that.
All right. So how are you gonna exactly use the lantern?
It can come off the wall, right?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay, then I'm gonna go up to it, and I'm just gonna basically take the lantern. I'm just gonna smash it on the monsters.
All right, give me a roll. Yeah, just give me a roll and see if you hit it. Oh.
Okay. 99.
Ooh!
Oh my god.
God, you
Please
missed
don't
and
let
hit
that
one
be
of
me.
us. I swear
And
to
the
God.
train's on fire.
Yeah, give me a dex roll to see if you hit anyone.
Oh god.
This is not good.
Well, it's not.
All of the
Nope.
decorations in this train are made out of wood.
Nope. I failed horribly on that too.
Not to mention it's got
Oh,
some
geez.
sort of fuel in it.
Is
Give
this
me
odds
roll.
or evens?
Roll me a d4.
Oh yay! What number is Captain Ben? What number is Captain Ben?
Captain Men will be 1. Predators will be 2. Monster will be 3. The train will be 4.
I hit the train.
Damn it!
I'm just happy it wasn't Kennedy. He's not in a position to help himself right now.
So you take the lantern, you wave it, and like back, you're getting back, and then you accidentally hit the wall, and like, oh shit, and then the wall goes on fire.
Oh god. We're all gonna die in this room.
I muttered to myself.
All right. While that shenanigans going on, back to Lethbridge, Stewart, and gang. Thomas, you go ahead.
All right, I'm going to fire once again into the person's face or head.
Go ahead. Gun roll.
I have a feeling that this bad roll might hit somebody.
No. Wait a second.
What's your roll?
Yes, I succeeded that time.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. So did Flint. Give me D10.
D10.
Woohoo!
Holy shit! Both of you got 9s.
Okay, we blew his head off, right?
Um.
And the
Yeah.
fence.
Well, hold on. So basically, he takes his, so basically you shoot off a few of his fingers, and then,
I was pointing at his face.
Oh, sorry. So I'll switch it around. Flint shoots off his gun hand or knife hand, blows up half his, almost practically all his damn fingers, and then you shoot his face, and you blow half his damn face off.
How many hit points does this guy have?
And yeah, he's still standing, but he's like, you can really see his pain now, but he's somehow still standing.
Okay, how about we tackle him at this point?
Oh, he's almost dead, Tim.
Okay,
So you can finish him off with a gunshot.
sounds
Well,
good to me.
It's definitely what the captain wants to do. And I can tackle him into the fire.
Oh yeah, I finished him off.
All right, give me 2d6.
Do I really need to?
I want to see how explosive this thing goes off.
All right. Now
Give
what
me
do I
some 2d6.
Okay. 9.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you finish off the gracious ceremony by blasting the rest of his face off, and he falls to the ground and says, "You will die. Not by my hand, but you will die." Or sorry, he gargles it. You will die.
Does the hat roll onto Lolly's head?
Oh, good thing. Remind me, the fez falls off, rolls on the floor just like the first time.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna gather this thing up and put it in a hat box.
Yeah, and you take a breather. You think it's nice, and then
The crackling of fire.
yeah. So you guys go out there, and you guys look at the fire, and you guys, oh shit! But then you hear a noise, and then you look up behind you, and you see shadows forming again, forming another monster like the one in the Captain Men's room.
I'm gonna take my fez and try and put it on the shadow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end it there. So
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
I have a quick question before we're ending it there. Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any of those things on the train where you pull them and the whole train stops?
No, I don't. I do not believe they have that.
Okay. Okay, so that's where we end it.
Yeah, that is the end. 2 monsters. Good lord.
So there's a fire in our cabin, something dead on the floor, a fez.
And a new monster forming.
Fair
Oh
enough.
my gosh. It looks just like Mike.
Sanity checks, everyone!
I don't think you want Kennedy rolling any more Saturday tonight.
It's going to be another session, I think, before we finish this one.
Yeah.
Well, next week we'll do Ethan Carter, and
Okay.
then we'll get back to Call of Cthulhu. So,
Sounds
We may
good.
all have been burned to death by then. What? Another bathroom break? A 2-week-long bathroom break?
In a 3-hour
What are they
tour.
serving on this train?
A 3-hour tour.
Yeah, we all know how well those go.
All right, Gilligan. I mean Kennedy.
Little buddy.
That was a good session. We saw some good action in this one.
oh
Yes.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You get some sanity loss.
A lot of sanity loss and one go.
We had a chase through Hungary, and we had a gunfight, and we had all sorts of crazy stuff going on.
Solitaire. A lot of solitaire.
Wow.
Nobody died, huh? In the
I
gunfight?
don't know. I'm pretty
None of us
crazy. I may die.
Yeah, we killed a guy with a knife.
Yes. Well done.
Well,
And Kennedy's
Thanks,
crying in the corner.
No, I'm not crying. I'm just kind of staring. It's kind of tonic too, and bleeding.
Don't forget the bleeding.
well sorry, keep going. Thanks, Patrick.
No problem.
I will see you guys next week.
For each
Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Have a
Come
good
on.
week.